live has started. If there are any issues related to audio or anything, let me know. Okay. As I said, this live is for telling about my upcoming training program to teach RAG, Retrieval Augmented Generation, especially to answer the questions related to registration for that training. Okay. Uh, Actually, I already started a 4-week live AI training for beginners, and that registration process is different because that audience, a lot of audience, they write huge audience base for learning AI as a beginner. So in that case, I straight away put the here. If you click this link, you can know that here. I straight away put the date, timing, everything. I designed everything. Actually, this is my second batch, which is going to start on August 7th. I already completed one batch. For this batch, second batch, I decided that the starting date is August 7th, and timing is 7:30 p.m. IST, and 4 week session. And yeah, I'm just talking about this AI for beginners course. Okay, so this one I decided in this way, but today I decided to spend time for teaching RAG separately. Okay, so for that I decided to go in different way. Instead of fixing timing, I had decided to uh, like uh, get the inputs from the potential participants. Okay, let me explain that. Just to come to this page by clicking this link available at the description of the video. Let us discuss, and let me ask. Check date, but I don't know whether actually, yesterday I realized that YouTube is recommending my live videos only when do it through um, web interface. Okay, right now I'm doing it through OBS Studio, OBS. Let me check. Suppose if it is not recommending this one, tomorrow I will be doing another live for explain the details so that people can come to know that, right? Without, if anyone is not watching, I keep on talking is not good. Anyway, it will be available after the end of the live. It will be stored as recorded video. In that perspective, it's okay. But still, if people are interactively asking questions in the live, that is better than the questions that are asked through comment section of recorded video, right? So I would like to get questions in the live and answer them in the real time, so that it will be like that. That is the communication, right? Fundamental of communication is it's not like a question and answer. It should be like a once if you are asking some question and I'm giving answer, you have to give the feedback whether that answer is enough for you, or you need any other details, or if it is not clear, what are the other information you needed, that kind of thing, right? It's like two-way communication. It's not like one way, right? So that is why I always try to do these kinds of live sessions, and that is the purpose of starting these kinds of live training first of all. Otherwise, I have already put lot of effort for creating recorded course. That is recorded course has a lot of information about RAG. I added one RAG ebook. I added one RAG tutorial. That and all there. Okay, but I prefer to teach through live training. Okay, and that is why I'm starting it. But this approach is having certain limitations, right? Because they are recording my time. Personally, I need to spend time. In case of recorded video, I can record it at any time, and uh, that viewers can watch it at any time. So that is my from business perspective. That is a key way of teaching. That is from business perspective. But from personally, if I'm talking with many people, I can improve my understanding also, right? If they're asking some questions, if I'm not knowing the exact answer, and if I'm doing more analysis to answer them, then that process I can learn a lot of things. Okay, In that perspective, I would like to do some live trainings, but I cannot do more because of time constraints, correct? And that is the reason why I started this free webinar. Like a few weeks back, I did a free webinar for teaching RAG, okay, through YouTube Live only. So it's like nearly 2 hours of live. So you can go through that. I explained a lot of things about RAG and I answered the people about the RAG. But this live is just to talk about that this process. Okay? Anyway, if you have any important questions, RAG, I can. Okay, continue. So it is clear that YouTube is important web interface. Whenever we use interface, it is showing that live to the other people. Maybe end of this session, I can just start doing it through web also, right? So what we can do is, but in the case of web, sometimes audio that sounds are not that much good compared to OBS. That noise filter is there, but sometimes some crack sound is coming. I'm just telling it from my yesterday's experience, only that one, but I need to explore whether they have any noise filters that we can add additionally apart from built-in noise filters, right? Okay, that's okay. And let me check one by one. First, sometimes I suspect that YouTube start recommending the live sessions only after a certain time period, time duration. Let us first like sort out that thing. So let me talk for a few minutes, at least 30 minutes something. Okay, then we can start it again through web interface of. Okay, but right now I'm doing it OBS. I believe that audio quality is better, right? Suppose if you have watched my yesterday's live about AI for beginners, that course, you can share the difference between the audio quality between web interface and OBS video. Okay, I just mention it in the comments. I will be checking. Okay. Let me start talking about this one. That's registration process. First of all, I would like to give some basic introduction about RAG. As I said, I already created separate tutorial video. Here I provided the link. Suppose if you're not familiar with the RAG, you can click that tutorial video. Okay, there around 20 minutes I recorded explaining complete about tutorial video. 43. Just you can go through that. But the only thing is, it was created around 5 months back. Now the things are getting changed, right? So anyway, that fundamental concept, everything is same. Just that if you're not familiar with the tag, okay. Let me just give some overview here in that newsletter itself. I explained that in a brief way, right? Let me explain it again. We know that LLMs, that means large language models. Large language models in the sense, we know about ChatGPT, right? ChatGPT is a AI application. Internally, it is using LLM called GPT-4. Different LLMs are there. It's based on whether you are using free version or paid version, or even you can choose that model, right? Similarly, Gemini.google.com is using LLMs called as Gemini, Gemma, like that, different models. That you can see that models in AI Studio. Okay, but the thing is, any kind of AI chatbot applications or any kind of that Gemini, DeepSeek, everything internally it's using LLM. But the LLMs are having certain shortcomings. But that the end applications are somehow managing these days. Okay, with additional technologies that maybe we can discuss in a separate uh, session. Okay, that is now everyone is talking about agentic AI, tool calling, that kind of stuff, right? That involves a lot of different things that we can we need not to get confused here. Okay. What I'm trying to say is that LLMs based applications are powerful for personal use only. Okay. Say for example, if you want to write some articles for your blog post, you can ask ChatGPT to write it. Immediately, it can create in an excellent way. If you are good at prompt engineering, you can make it very useful and SEO friendly and user friendly, engaging document or ebooks or any kind of like a text creation generation. It is very much useful. Similarly, image generation also. That vision language models are good at handling both images and text together. Okay, so I would say that, or just I'm telling about the common thing, right? So it is very common that LLMs are powerful for personal use, but in case of commercial usage, they are not that much used. The reason is they lack private information, and they have certain knowledge cut off date, and they are subject to hallucination. That hallucination is a very big issue. You might have noticed that whenever you ask some questions, instead of giving a proper reply, it will be giving some irrelevant answers. It is somewhat acceptable in case of very non-critical things, so personal usage, but it won't be acceptable in case of commercial usage, especially critical applications in key domains like finance and medical sectors, right? So in that case, LLMs, though, even though they are very powerful, they have been trained with a lot of data, and they are powered with a lot of computing power and good algorithms, deep learning algorithms, whatever power they are having, they are not useful. Okay, so their usage is very limited. That also non-commercial setup. In that case, there is uh, no benefits from commercial perspective, right? Your professional career or your business perspective, that may not be useful. Okay, but we can make that LLMs somewhat useful in commercial setup use the help of RAG. That is where that RAG is coming. Okay, so if you are able to understand the overall picture, you can easily understand the need for learning RAG, right? Because LLMs are powerful, but they are not useful in commercial setup. So almost all the companies, even small businesses, will be like looking for ways to use RAG, implement RAG pipelines for using LLMs for their business growth. That is the obvious next step, right? LLMs are powerful, but they are not useful in commercial setup. So companies and businesses who are watching this scenario, they will be obviously tending to think that, okay, we have to do something to handle this thing. So obviously they're coming to know that RAG can fill that gap, right? So obviously there is a huge demand for RAG. And understanding RAG is very simple. It's a very simple process. Within few minutes I can explain. But making that RAG pipeline works for our use cases, and setting up proper our RAG pipeline, using proper vector database and other things there, like that needs a lot of things. Okay, that in that case it is better to have live discussions, and that is where that live training is coming. Otherwise, the concept, everything I explained it in the free webinar, and already I uploaded tutorial video and I released ebook. Okay. Uh, that things are uh, somewhat useful, but not up to the level of real live training. Okay, so that is why I decided to start this RAG related live training. And here I am registration. I am choosing different things. I explained previously for my AI for beginner course. I selected that, set the date, timing, everything, and then I asked the people to make the payment and join. Okay, but in case of RAG, I am planning to use different approach, because mostly who were willing to learn RAG, they will be mostly working in some companies. Okay, their timing, everything is like limited. Okay, that whenever I talk to many people, they are always telling that one. Okay, but in case of beginners, they will be having mostly free time. So for beginners, it's okay, and that too, a lot of people are there. Suppose someone is not suitable, not feeling that that timing is suitable, not suitable. they can join some other training, and whoever is feeling suitable, they can join at that timing, right? But in case of brag, there are limited number of audience, and trainers are also very very less trainers. Okay. Even whenever I go to that, it is very difficult to find good trainers. So that is why I decided to start this separate training. Okay, that is one reason. Another, there are other reasons. Obviously, earning money. Okay, and another reason is I have plans to start doing RAG related projects for commercial setup and developing RAG products. Okay, so in that case, discussing with a lot of people can be very beneficial, right? That is another perspective. Okay, so there are various reasons. So that is why I am planning to start this rack training. But already I booked my timings for that A for beginners course starting from August 7th, right? So I cannot just say some timings and expect everyone to join that time, right? So I decided this way. So this way in the sense, here I provided the register link. You have to click that register link, and it's a Google form, simple Google form. Only mandatory field is this email ID. Okay, you have to give your email ID and just to submit it. And in that case, I will be contacting you whenever I start a new batch. Okay, for teaching RAG. Okay, but if you give your other details like your expectation and your timing preference, I will consider that for setting the timing. Other things. Suppose if that timing is not suitable. Uh, we can consider about starting another small batch in the sense, I in the case of RAG, in case of AA beginners, I expect batch in the sense more than 10 like that, but in case of RAG, and I could understand that that batch can be even 4-5 persons. Okay, so if you're able to collect gather as a team like 4-5 people, I can choose your preferred timing also. Okay, that we can discuss. That is the reason why I'm asking email ID. Okay, so that is the only mandatory field. You can just give the email ID. After getting email ID, we can communicate, right? And I provided my email ID also. So whenever you have any questions or other suggestions, you can just contact me. Okay, so I would like to keep these trainings very useful. That is the intention, and it should be flexible also. Just starting some patch, and just some people are not able to attend, and if they are getting dissatisfied, means in that I'm just starting my training things initiatives recently. I would like to do it in a proper way. That is what. And I faced that kind of situations for my beginners course. Some people are inquiring about that, then after that they're saying that the timing is not suitable to them. Okay, but in case of beginners course, it's acceptable if the, as I explained previously. But RAG, I don't want to um, like just because of the timing mismatch, people are not able to join that training, means it's not good thing in case of RAG. Okay, so we can explore, we can discuss, and we can think about starting new batch at different timings, and weekend batch like that, or that we can discuss. Okay, because RAG we can quickly learn. Okay, I prefer to do like kind 3-4 sessions only. A beginners, I for first batch I did 24 sessions, and the second batch I had decided to do 16 sessions. Okay, suppose if you are not good at, not familiar with AA basics, I would suggest first joining that 4-week AA training for beginners. Okay, there also I will be giving some explanation about RAG, but this RAG training is for exclusively to talk about RAG. So in that case, you should be knowing about Python, some basics of EAA, and you should be familiar with what is machine learning, what is deep learning, what is like LLM especially, right? So that kind of stuff you should be knowing, and you should be familiar with some IT. So it is more suitable for already people who are working in IT. If you are a fresher, and you are, or even if you are in working IT and you are not that much familiar with AI, I would suggest my this AI for beginners training. Yesterday I did a complete detailed live to explain that. You can just go through that. Okay. Question is. From your question, I could understand that you are completely not aware of what is RAG. Okay. First, I thanks for asking the question just to understand what is RAG. RAG is a kind of set of pipeline like that we can not about training. Okay, that LLMs will be there, and we have to set up a knowledge base and a retriever model. That is why maybe as fast that RAG is retrieval augmented generation, right? LLMs are useful for generating text, content, generating images, right? Uh, but in that case, as I explained, that their generation is having certain shortcomings, right? A lack of private information, hallucination, that kind of stuff. Okay, lack of latest. So to handle that, we are augmenting that generation with retrieval. So retrieval generation, there are two different processes. Retriever, like you are searching Google, right? That is giving results. So that is retrieval. Generation is, as I said, LLMs are generating the new content, right? New images. Okay, that is generation. New stories, new jokes. We are augmenting the generation with the retrieval process. It's a combining power of both the retrieval and generation. We already know that generations having certain shortcomings. Retrieval also having certain shortcomings. The Google, we mostly don't compare these latest things because internally they are using AI. Previously, it is like searches, semantic searches are rare. Okay, very difficult to achieve semantic search without AI. So it's mostly, so for example, even if you are familiar with WordPress or any website development, searching the database for any blog post something, you have to exactly use the keywords, right? Mostly keyword search. So that retrieval processes are having certain shortcomings. So we are augmenting the generation with the retrieval. So it is combining the power of both things. Okay. So that is what RAG. So say for example, if you are creating chatbot using LLM, say for example, Gemini. Okay. You are going to Gemini and you are getting API key and a sample code or something, or already having some chatbot. Immediately you can start the chatbot, right? That chatbot can answer your questions. Say, for example, you are teaching AI, you can create a AI chatbot. I already created one. And that here, anyone can ask any questions related to AI. It will be giving a reply. Okay. Um, we can start with the right. So it is a simple LLM application. Okay, generation. Thing that we are using. Okay. But you suppose, like, let us talk about very clear thing, private information. Okay, you have created a new kind of AI, okay, similar to RAG or any kind of agentic AI something. You came up with some new technology of AI. Okay, so you are providing that service through your company, and you want to create chatbot to explain that thing. Suppose someone is asking that through this standard chatbot, it won't be able to give answer, right? You got it, right? In that case, it needs some kind of like technology to include that private information, your own information, right? In that case only, if someone is asking that question, they will be getting a relevant answer. Okay, so that is what I already explained very detailed webinar with the diagram. Here, actually, here LLM is there, right? Normally, sending query to LLM, LLM will be. But here we have to like create knowledge database for private information or latest information. Okay, so that should be stored in vector database after doing embeddings, like creating have to for that doc embeddings. Similarly, whenever the user asks question, that should be converted into query vector by doing the embedding. For the embeddings, we have to use some that process is very, very simple. It's very simple thing. Like we have to include the context information whenever we send the code. It is like that is what retrieval augmented. Retrieval process will be taking context. We'll be sending that context along with. Say for example, you are having some product like XYZ. Okay, someone is asking XYZ. That XYZ will be that product information will be retrieved from your own local database or local files. Okay, and that information will be sent to the LLM along with the user key, and the LLM will be able to generate the end answer by using both the user query as well as the context case that XYZ. So that is the very basic of RAG. Okay, your question is like training. RAG. It seems your understanding is you see you are thinking that RAG is for training, not like that. Maybe you are confusing with fine tuning. It clear way, step by step. Tell about your understanding. And another thing is using learning, not using sense. Deep learning is also part of machine learning. You're asking about traditional learning. As I said, regarding RAG, first try to understand the very basics. But this is very basic, but actually it's a very complex thing. Okay, that is the reason why we need to have separate training. Otherwise, explaining these things just by going, everyone can easily, right? But practically, it's a very complex thing. Handle those things. I actually separate it at the RAG and okay. Even if you know some good tutorials, you can share here. Not showing up, approve that. As I said, this live session to how to reach there and timing for this that thing. Okay, uh, I will be doing some free webinars again for RAG. Here I am, right? But only few people are joining. That is the reason why I stopped doing that kind of free webinars. I did this live for 2 hours, but only 100 and so I thought instead better I can straight away go with uh, paid trainings. In that case, I can spend money for advertisements too. Then only whatever time I am spending that will be useful. Otherwise, I keep on spending time without any audience. Then it. Okay. So right now my focus is on paid training. So that is why I scheduled this day for beginners. Even previously, I did lot of free videos, but they are not reaching the people. Okay, but in this case of free offer, I cannot spend money for promoting that by running PPC campaigns, right? So now I decided to okay. I spent a lot of time, almost 5 6 months. Fully, I spent for creating a lot of tutorials, other things, and now I want to share with others, right? So in case of free things, it is not automatically getting shared. Okay, that topic also I already discussed yesterday. Okay, so right now people are not showing interest to tell about the free offers to their friends. That is why that. advertisement companies like Google, Facebook, Meta, right? They are earning billions. Okay, that topic I already addressed yesterday's live. I can go through that. Okay. But what I'm trying to say is, since people are not sharing the free content with their friends, now I need to spend money to spread that content. Okay, so for in that case, I have to make it as a paid one. But the another copy I always, though I am creating recorded courses and selling it for around 300 rupees like that, still that same course will be same course in the sense different format, like it will be in a playlist like that. It is available in this channel. Okay, that is what my policy. I always wanted to give the information for free because I am personally learning a lot of things from free content. Okay, so I want to reciprocate that. But this particular thing, as I said, full time I'm now focusing this kind of uh, courses creation, but it's not reaching a lot of people. You go through things, you can find out that a lot of free offers I did, but it's not reaching anyone. So I am forced to use paid campaigns. So in that case, I have to make it paid training. Okay. So at least next 2 to 3 months, all the trainings will be paid. Okay. But after that, I will be doing a lot of free webinars also, because you understand the point, right? So I already did a lot of time webinars for not sharing with others. I stopped. So this live is to talk about session, how to do, and whatever questions you're having about. Okay, so if you're interested in learning RAG, so this find this register here, add your email ID and submit it. That's it. I will be contacting you by asking. We can quick Google. You prefer one-on-one, because I said very low fees only. Okay, so even if you are busy with other tasks, if you want to learn more through one-on-one coaching according to your own convenient timing, maybe we can discuss that also. Okay, and if you are specifying the country means, I can send you according to the payment method. Like if you are in India, I will send you a payment details. If you are in other countries, I will be sending PayPal. Do what is your current knowledge about? If you are very beginner, I would suggest taking my beginners or beginners. Okay. Once after submitting this, be getting a link for buying my recorded AI course for a very low. Just register this, but this one is email is mandatory. RAG also, RAG added. Already familiar with RAG, you can. But understanding, as I said, understanding theory is completely different. Okay, from interview, but that thing you can easily learn easily. But if you are going to implement RAG for your business setup, complex, complex in the like it's a lot of trial and error, lot of fun. So I personally I believe all the companies will be requiring RAG. Okay, as I said, LLM useful. Okay, so if you are planning to improve your business processes, surely LLMs can help. But because of that shortcomings, we got to include RAG. Okay, so in other words, we can say that RAG can certainly improve your business process. Even if you are doing very small business, simply starting a simple start can be. Here in start, I just while doing the chart, I include my products. Okay. Similarly, if you are running e-commerce, the customer support, based on their discussions, finally you can recommend some products offers with the help of RAG. So there are various things. I'm just telling simple example. A lot of things can be achieved with RAG. Okay. So if you want to explore about implementing RAG in your business setup, you can contact me as a consultant. I can explain you how to do that based on hourly charges. And if you are interested, I can do that. Okay. Coming to the end of the live, feel free to ask your to the comment section. Here, as it, one I am telling you, a course for 300 rupees. I already talked to you 3 years live. Anyway, here I'm just case of case if you yeah, three. Otherwise, for others, it want to just to do the registration at the end of the registration, getting rupees, getting 8 hours of order and 9 out of code, lot of things. You can just go through that. If you are in India, you can use this QR code, PayPal link. But it's a manual process. After making, you have to contact me. It is available at Udemy also, but I would suggest buying from there for very. And apart from that, upcoming updates, everything. Udemy having like good ratings. Here you can watch free. Includes everything. That also up to like MCT. I believe it will be a really useful one. So just to do the registration at the end of that, after submit that link, from that link you can buy it. But only thing is, it's not automatic. You need to contact me by sending email. Okay, so to receive that access. This RAG training registration, it is just to get your email ID, not having any quality. Okay. Right now, today only I thought of starting this. I need to choose the date, timing, duration, everything, right? Fees, everything. So for that, I would like to first collect your email IDs, and I can have a small discussion with one to decide the timing. First step is collecting the people who are interested to learn drag. Then next step is I will inform that finalized watching. Tell about this and drag to. But learning RAG definitely it will be useful. Some people will be saying that RAG is dead because that the context, the retriever, that kind of process, everything is record because of LLM's context window limitation. Okay, suppose if that LLM is able to handle all the documents, instead of setting up a RAG pipeline, we can straight away send all the PDF files, right? I'm just telling as an example, all the content along with the query, we can send all the content because everyone is talking about that one because new LLMs are coming up with huge context window, millions of tokens. Okay, But still, according to various researchers, still RAG is relevant, and we are sending only the context information along with the query, then only LLMs will be very effective. Technically, they may be able to process a lot of information. Okay, suppose if you want to know what is RAG, just check the Google Notebook here. Starting with some people are still. I would suggest the Notebook LM. Here you can add your own document, talk with that for adding podcasts created automatically. I uploaded a lot of podcasts like that also. That should be the first point. Here you seeing the difference between Gemini. Generally, it is using Gemini only, but because of that RAG setup, it is very effective. It can handle private information. Suppose if you want to ask something about your health condition, and you can upload all your health documents, okay, then you can talk that. It will be taking that context. Okay, then in that case, that charting will be more relevant, more personalized. Just as an example, a lot of use cases. That is why I'm highlighting the importance of RAG here. As I said, if the resource code sub here and RAG subreddit. Have any questions? You can ask here. I'll just play it from my. You can ask the questions. Be answering them. Training.